Plam stamped concrete is an innovative solution that reproduces the appearance of pore-free, natural stone, tile, marble, slate, wood, and rock. This solution combines the variety of textures and colors with the typical resistance of a concrete floor. The surface is monolithic, suitable for vehicles, anti-mold, anti-stain, and anti-wear. Ideal for streets, squares, cycle paths, sidewalks, pedestrian areas, driveways, arcades, access ramps, flooring in shopping centers, hotels, and amusement parks. The base on which Plam stamped concrete floor is to be made must be compacted and flat to avoid differences in thickness in the subsequent concrete casting. Apply a nylon sheet on the pavement to prevent moisture from rising from the ground below. Above, place the non-woven fabric with the function of a mattress to absorb excess water from the concrete. A partially adhesive perimeter expanded polyethylene strip is applied. Position the iron spacers, which are essential to keep the concrete steel reinforcing mesh raised at the right height from the ground below. Place the steel reinforcing mesh above the spacers, which is essential to contain surface cracks. Provide reinforcement in correspondence of manhole covers or columns. The quality, formulation, and consistency of the concrete are essential for the success of Plam stamped concrete. If necessary, depending on the season, the concrete must be added with cold POV, cement setting accelerator, or hot POV, cement setting retarder. Instead, it will be essential to introduce the polypropylene plum fibers into the concrete mix and mix them in a truck concrete mixer. Spread and level the concrete, taking care to respect the expected slopes. The formworks of the manhole covers will be filled. The marks left by the screed will be leveled using the special magnesium bowl float in order to obtain a sufficiently smooth and wet surface, suitable for incorporating the plum hardening color hardener. At this stage, it is also important to tread the edges of the floor with the special trowel in magnesium or wood. Once these steps have been carried out, a first coat of plum hardening color hardener will be applied uniformly, which will be incorporated on the concrete surface with the magnesium bowl float. A second coat of plum hardening will be spread evenly cross to the first. The plum hardening will be incorporated again with the magnesium bowl float. Thanks to the special adaptable handles, it manages to reach a length of more than 6 meters. If necessary, a third coat of plum hardening will be applied in the same way. Once all the plum hardening has been incorporated, in order to make the flooring aesthetically appreciable and lasting over time, it is essential to close the pores of the surface by passing the steel bowl float and taking care to finish the edges and the corners with the special trowels with round and square tip. After having carried out the smoothing operation, the color-released agent Plum Relay will be spread on the surface with the powder release agent applicator, which is essential to distribute the product correctly and in the right quantity. The Plum Relay has the purpose of giving the floor the second shade of color, and at the same time, to prevent the too rapid drying of the cortical part of the concrete. As soon as the surface can be walked on, we will proceed to molding with the appropriate floor texture mats. Depending on the size and type of molds chosen, it will be necessary to use more molds available in the rigid or flexible version to allow print even against the wall. The floor texture mats must be placed from the outside and placed on the still damp surface. The installer will walk on them wearing the special smooth shoes and hitting the texture mats with the special tamper giving the desired texture. it is possible to enhance the finish with the insertion of borders and medallions which can be colored using the water-based Plam acid stains. Once the texture mats have been removed, go over the surface with the round touch-up wheels to fix eventual imperfections. After 2 days of printing, spray and massage the Plam dust cleaner on the surface and wash with a monobrush or power trowel machine with a white sponge pad. Then rinse thoroughly with water and a pressure washer. It is very important that the excess release agent is completely removed to avoid detachment of the final protective resin. This is a concrete stamped surface and needs to be cut by creating control joints in order to minimize the risk of cracking. This operation must be carried out within 24 hours of casting the concrete with an angle grinder or with concrete floor saw with a diamond disc. The cuts will then be closed with a special black or colored neoprene sheath that will prevent the nesting of dirt and the stagnation of water inside the joint. When the flooring is completely dry after about 24 to 48 hours, it is necessary to proceed with the application of the resin with Plam Sealing L or Plam Sealing S. If greater protection is desired, the preventative application of HydroRep S special waterproof and salt repellent is recommended. Isoplam protectors seal the surface, making it stain-resistant, dust-proof, and non-slip, keeping the stamped flooring beautiful and long-lasting. The Isoplam stamped concrete must be made in a workmanlike manner and requires a professional qualification before being applied. For this reason, we train and update our applicators through the concretivity workshops. Contact us for further information.